Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, many things to say because it's going to be a very busy week. There are things happening on the pitch, things happening obviously behind the scenes on the market, many things to say. And so, Fra, how are you?
All good, and let's start rolling because the World Cup is about to start and many things are about to happen.
Yeah, many transfer news we will have to touch on today, many things to discuss, and we will answer your questions because there are some big names, some big topics, some big stories. So let's go for it.
Let's start with Olise. 3 goals in the last friendly with France, and now the future. What's going to happen with him?
Yeah, fantastic, Michael Olise. I would say once again, it's been the whole season of Michael Olise delivering goals, assists. I think it's 57 goal contributions this season for not a number 9, a player who can play obviously up there, but not as number 9. And so it's fantastic to see Olise delivering once again also for the French national team, looking forward to the World Cup. But now many Real Madrid fans asking, could be still possible to see Real Madrid and Bayern reaching an agreement for Michael Olise? Difficult, very difficult, because at the moment the message coming from Bayern is the message sent by the president Herbert Hainer a few days ago, and is we don't want to sell the player. Herbert Hainer in public, I think that quote was quite underrated in the sense that in the media maybe it didn't hit that strong, but to see the Bayern president saying if Florentino Perez want to send us a bid, he can save his time, because we are not going to entertain any negotiations. We are not a selling club. He was not closing the door more. And then internally at Bayern, those who deal with the negotiations every single day are still pointing at that statement, and the statement from Uli Hoeneß in May, the player is not for sale, no chance. So the moment Bayern are convinced they're going to continue with Michael Olise next season. Then let's see what Real Madrid decide to do, if they still want to try or if they move forward with a different target, which is still a possibility because from Bayern the message has been clear, but we have still to follow the situation. At the moment, the feeling is that Olise could stay at Bayern.
Let's now speak about another huge topic, because Julian Alvarez, you spoke about him the whole day on Monday in all your videos, updates regarding the possibility of this bid coming from Real Madrid and Florentino Perez. Will it be the surprise of Florentino Perez he said last week, or not?
Look, this is the question of the night probably. When we are recording this video is late night here in Europe, and obviously there are many whispers, many stories around Julian Alvarez. Don't forget that 10 days ago Barcelona sent a 100 million euros bid rejected by Atletico Madrid. Then the public statements from Atleti, who didn't want to entertain a negotiation with Barcelona, especially for that money. Julian pushing to go to Barca. Then what about Real Madrid? Today, I know there were statements from the agent of Julian Alvarez saying we didn't receive any approach, but I didn't get the same answer. The answer I got is no comment from Julian Alvarez camp and no comment from Real Madrid. I say that around lunchtime on Monday, and during the whole day, it's been the same message. No comment, no comment, no comment, which is not fake news, which is not bullshit, which is not forget about that. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm not saying anything on this. We have to see, to respect the no comment coming from them. But for sure, the name of Julian Alvarez is once again around the whispers in the industry. So let's follow the situation. For sure, Florentino Perez promised a big proposal for a big player. So let's stay tuned.
Can also Enzo Fernandez be another one for Florentino Perez? You know, there were so many talks, rumors also before the elections. What do you think about this possibility?
I'm sure that Enzo Fernandez is still secretly thinking about Real Madrid as a possibility for his future. This is not a secret. We know he experienced difficult weeks around March, April, when he did that quote in a podcast saying, I would like to live in Madrid one day. Then Chelsea were very upset, and so out of the squad for 2-3 games. Then back in the squad. The real issue there was not the interview, but was especially the fact that Chelsea and Enzo couldn't agree on a new contract, and they are still not close to reaching any agreement on a new contract. So I'm sure that Real Madrid remains kind of dream move for those around Enzo Fernandez. But at the same time, there is Chelsea. So at the moment from Chelsea, the situation is very silent and very quiet because Chelsea didn't receive any official bid or any official approach from Real Madrid. The focus at Real Madrid in this moment is on different players, but the appreciation for Enzo Fernandez is for sure something guaranteed. We have to understand what's going to happen at Real Madrid in terms of budget, because obviously this big bomba announced by Florentino Perez up front could cost 150 million euros or more. Then they want one more defender after Dumfries and Konate. So we have to see financially Real Madrid how much they will spend in these positions, and also for the midfielders what kind of budget will be left, because I'm sure Chelsea, even if they sell Enzo Fernandez this summer, they will not make life easy to any club approaching them for Enzo.
Staying in Spain and talking about Bernardo Silva to Barcelona, something that you spoke about many times in the past weeks, is still on, or because there were some rumors saying that the deal was off in the last days?
The reality is that on Bernardo Silva, I saw all kind of stories in the last 2, 3, 4 weeks. 1 week was a done deal with Barcelona. It's done, it's completed. I remember everywhere saying this. Then I was still saying Atletico Madrid and Barcelona, because both clubs have been in contact with Jorge Mendes. Both clubs remain in contact now with Jorge Mendes. But I stand by what I said last week. Bernardo Silva will not decide today, yesterday, tomorrow. Bernardo Silva will decide after the World Cup. So Barcelona remain in contact with Jorge Mendes. Atletico Madrid remain in contact with Jorge Mendes. Until Bernardo Silva signs, anything can happen. He's a free agent. He's a fantastic, wonderful player. And so I can't exclude that another club can try to jump in until he signs the contract and decide to offer him maybe better money, or maybe a better project, or maybe a manager calling him and changing the situation. So the Bernardo case is absolutely open. It doesn't mean that he's off with Barcelona. It means that nothing is done with Barcelona, but nothing was done even before. So maybe the feeling is deal off with Barca because the press is no longer talking about deal done. But the reality is that it wasn't done. So Bernardo will decide after the World Cup. Stay tuned, get ready, because we will keep you posted.
Speaking of Barcelona, Ter Stegen future. What do you think? What are your information about what's his future?
Marc-Andre Ter Stegen will leave Barcelona this summer. At least this is the expectation for everyone involved. Barca made very clear to Ter Stegen since January that for them the best solution possible is to part ways and to let Ter Stegen regularly play somewhere else. Then he was quite unlucky at Girona with the injury. I can tell you that a club which is obsessed with the possibility to get Ter Stegen is Ajax. Ajax would really, really love the possibility to go for Ter Stegen. Then financially is a problem because the salary is a very big salary. So they will need to find a solution between Barcelona, the player camp, and Ajax in order to make it happen. But Ajax have very genuine interest in Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. But I can tell you that financially it depends also on what the player wants to do. If he wants to eventually save a part of his salary and also change the situation. So I'm sure Ajax will try, and I'm sure Barcelona could be quite open to finding a solution for Marc-Andre Ter Stegen.
Fabri, if you don't have anything else, I think we can close it here. Otherwise, let me know.
Yeah. I think we said it all. Yeah. But it's going to be a busy week. So stay tuned because there is going to be plenty of content, plenty of things here on the channel as every single day. So guys, remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Fra, and see you soon.
Thank you.
Here as every day. Ciao.